So here it is, the Halo tutorial with the demon eyes. I also have these tube lights that will be going along here, but they aren't here yet, and I just want to get this video out for you guys, so I'm gonna have to do those again soon. But here you go. This is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need obviously halos. What I bought is I have them installed already, but what happened was the ballast got damaged by water when I went through a touchless car wash, and I did it sprayed up, and it was all wet. So what I'm doing here, as you can see, I grabbed some quick seal, which is just what the hell is it called? Silicone, basically. It dries clear, just white right now. But what I did is I went all along, and I got the cables to make sure that when they move, it's not gonna get wet. And I did all along the sides because there's a gap between the sides. Okay, and then I did these sides and these right here. Those come with it because it's I swear to God, waterproof. It's China, so it's not going to be waterproof. So take extra precautions. Trust me, you don't want to be halfway done and spend all this money and all the time doing this, because this is going to take you a day. Your car's not going to be able to be driven for a day because you can't drive without headlights. At least where I am, you can't. So do it right the first time. Don't do what I did. Don't be stupid. Test these before you install them properly. I'm going to test them shortly to make sure they all work. You're going to need wire cutters, obviously. You know, there's these ones, then you have the automatic ones, and then there's a bunch of wire cutters you can get, but I really recommend just these because that's what I use during my job. And electrical tape, obviously. I have, which I'm going to be using, I have a bunch of heatsink, and that's what I'll be using. So heatsink, this is 18 gauge, preferably 16 gauge because it's smaller. You don't want to, or 20. What is it? 20. Yeah, go 20 gauge. Just normal wire. Okay. And then these are my demon eyes. They are strictly red, and I swear to God, if they're not red, I'm gonna kill someone. Because eBay fucking China, man. Oh, China sucks sometimes. I've had my experiences. And that's basically it. So other than that, you're going to need tools. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver to get your bumper off. You're going to need, I think, a 10 mil, and that's it. That's all you need for tools. A 10 mil socket, that is. Another note, when buying demon eyes... Oh, shit. That was close. Buy these ones. Don't buy the little three LED strip. Buy these ones. Those 3 LED strips are shit. Trust me, they are shit. Now I have to replace them because they're shit. They don't work. They're garbage. Buy these ones. It's worth the extra like $10. You're getting what you pay for. They're retrofits. They fit all of them basically. All the projector headlights. Get these ones. Don't buy the 3. I was told not to buy the 3. I was stupid because I was like, oh, whatever, $2, whatever. Buy these ones. Trust me. You'll regret it. I swear. They light up. They're really not that bright, but whatever. Actually pretty bright, not gonna lie. Not bad. Alright, so I'm just gonna test the other halos, and then I'm gonna test the other ballast, and then I'll be going on to the next steps. And the demon eye works too. This thing is super fucking bright. I'm not gonna lie, like look at that. That is, oh my god. That is so much brighter. Alright, so that one works. Alright guys, so now here comes for the fun part. These, be careful with these. If you guys can see these things are a big pain in the ass. That one right here. Oh, there, my finger. That one right there, I have to pry off with a screwdriver because I fucking killed that one because I've taken my bumper off so many times it's not even funny anymore. And that one, you just get a screwdriver. And you don't put a lot of pressure, you just slowly and lightly unscrew it and it'll come out. Okay? And underneath you have, I think, 8. So I was wrong in the beginning, you're going to need an 8mm as well. Socket. Or you can just use a Phillips. But they're all around and you got to take them all off to get that off. Or you don't have to take them all off, you can just, depends on how much you care about your bumper. I care about my bumpers, so I'm taking them all off from underneath. Again, so there's that. Alright guys, now that you got these 2 out, you're going to have to pull this back a lot, and you probably won't be able to see it. Hold on, I'll try to get this for you guys. See that? That's an 8mm or a Phillips. I'm gonna get out with the Phillips, but you need to get that out. And then once you get that out, I'll show you what's next. Alright guys, now that you got all of those off, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to come here, and you see this. That is a Phillips that needs to come out. Unscrew that. It's gonna be a pretty big pain in the ass. You're gonna need a bigger Phillips, like not the normal size. I think it's size 3. And then that, I'll show you over here. All you do is there's gonna be a little notch on the side here. This screwdriver is a little too thick. No, it's perfect. Just get in there, and that comes right out. It's just one of these little clips. See, that pops right out. I put it in one of the little holes here, if you see. Put it in there. Alright. Then the rest of the piece just comes right off, okay? Really easy. Don't lose those. They're important. And then just pop these off, and then I'll show you. Alright, this is EFP solution. No, I'm just fucking with you guys. Alright, so the next step right here, these little clips, they gotta come out. They're gonna be a pain in the ass because unless you got 2 people, it's gonna be a pain in the ass because you gotta go on this side. You gotta pull that side off, and then either one of these are gonna pop out. So you gotta just keep an eye on these. If the bumper's not coming off and you have everything unscrewed on both sides, okay, obviously you gotta do that side too. You can't just do one side. This is everything I showed you for that side is the exact same over here. Make sure you do the other side. So grab this, pop it out, okay? See how that one just popped in automatically? It's a pain in the ass. Also, be careful not to break these retainers that are in here. You break them, you're fucked because you go to scrapyard, they're all broken. No matter where you go, and no matter what you do, they'll never sit right, and your bumper will be fucked if you break them. Trust me. I would know. Alright guys, my car is going to be a little different as I've broken a few bolts already because Canada and rust bucket. But if you can see here, that's a 10mm, I think. Yeah, that's a 10. You're going to need an extension to get in there unless you have a long ass socket. So there's one there. There's one right there that's not there obviously because this is rust bucket. And there's another one here that is obviously not there because, once again, rust bucket. And then same with the other side, okay? This one's probably have a bit different results. See? A rust bucket, okay? That's literally, it's held in by one screw, I shit you not. Not even on that side. I don't even have a fucking retainer on that side, okay? Rust bucket, Canada. Fuck yeah. And then you got these fucking things over here. Okay, be careful not to break these. This is the only thing that's really keeping my headlights on. So really be careful with these guys. They're very important. Alright, once you get your hoopty ass setup out, wires and all, this is how you're going to take out your... Oh, this is not going to work properly. Alright, this is how you take out all your light bulbs and shit. Okay, so let's start with this guy. This guy is a spin one way or another. He spins off. Okay. Sorry about the angle, but there you go. It's my blinker. This guy, same deal. You saw that? I just pushed, what would that be? I think counterclockwise. Don't quote me on that. But there we go. That guy is out. Alright, so those are my high beams, I'm pretty sure. And then you got this big boy right here. Okay. So get the rubber grommet off. Get this off first, probably. That might help me out tremendously. Okay, there's that out. There's that shit out. Keep your rubber grommet. You want that. That's important, especially if you do HIDs. You will need that. Okay. There's my bulb. But basically, here you go. Headlights out. Make sure before you put this in the oven, you take that out, or else you're gonna pop your bulb. Which is no bueno. Not cool at all. Alright guys, so next step, you're gonna wanna bring it inside. Unless you have a really good heat gun, I really don't recommend doing the heat gun. I recommend doing the oven. There's a Phillips screw right here. Then there's a little push tab right there, and another one on this side. So once you get this undone, you're gonna want to take this whole piece out, which is just held in by basically one screw. And then you're gonna come over here, and you're gonna put your headlight inside your oven, which is freaking me out right now. So yeah, I've done this before, so I'm not really worried, but just be careful when you're doing this. You don't want to kill your headlight. You want to preheat it at 200, and let it sit in there for 10 to 15 minutes. This is a gas oven, so I'm not gonna probably put it in there for 15 minutes, but normally you're gonna want to put it in there for 15 minutes. Just make sure you monitor it, keep an eye on it, okay? So for 200 in the stove for 15 minutes, okay? Now, unfortunately my decal was kind of like bubbling up, so there it is. I had to peel it off. Unfortunately, it's a shame, but it's the price you gotta pay. It's only like a $5 sticker, so I'm not really that worried about it. I might not even put it back on, but it kind of bothers me. Okay, so this is the hardest part by far. It takes the most time and it takes the most effort. Let's turn the stove off. Okay, so this one's just fresh out the oven. Now where I started was I started here, and all I did, hold on, sorry about this. I would grab in here, I'll let it focus. And I put my flathead in here. It's a pretty fat flathead too. And I would just go in the corner and I would just yank, yank, yank. And you just yank all around. Make sure that there's a bunch of these clips here. Okay, you see them? Make sure you pull and loosen them as you go, or else you can break your clips and your thing will never go back together properly. Focus, okay. So, this comes right off. I did rip this all off, so it does not come off that easy. But there it is. I have halos on already, so let me just get those off real quick for you guys before I go any further. Alright, so this is the back of your head assembly or head unit, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's the back of it. These are the chrome cylinders here. This is the half one, that's the full. And then you have these two or three. Just the two for now. Phillips. So you want to take those off, okay? Alright, once those screws are off, the two screws at the top that I just showed you, you just came out easier 2 seconds ago. It just comes off. I'm just not holding it right, see? Just folds off. There's your lens. Be careful with this. You don't want to get it dirty on the inside or else you're going to hate your life because you're going to do this all over again to clean it. Okay, so here you are with these, okay? Now, this is where you can paint them if you want to go chrome. If you want to get rid of the chrome, you can paint those, but I don't care. So, yeah. So, let me just, actually, no, I'll just show you. Alright, you see these clips right here? You need to take this one off. Be very careful, because if you guys break these, there's really no going back from there. Okay? So just get a flathead in them, okay? Be very, very careful. This one's really hard. Take your time. Trust me, it is not worth rushing. Alright, I'm going to show you where to notch so that your wires don't get caught and cut, like what happened with me. Okay? So you're going to follow these ones and these ones. Now, what I'm going to use to do this is dikes. Now, these are already done, but I'm going to do them a lot better because, like I said, one of them got stripped, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. So I'm going to do it properly, and I'm going to show you the end. Alright guys, so these are the notches that I put in. You want to make them really big. You won't see them when they're inside the car or installed. So just make sure you do a decent amount, okay? So just look at where they are on my car. Go off of these ones. Don't do the outside, that's wrong. Do these guys. And there's that one. I went inside on the top too, because when installing it, that's how it broke. And this one too. So just really be careful, guys, okay? So make sure you get a nice good place so that they can wiggle freely, okay? Alright guys, so I have some silicone here. This is 3 hours shower ready, so this will be done real fast. I'm a dumbass, so I like rushing shit. But so I just go along the whole side here. You want to do a decent amount just so it sticks for sure. This is cold because it was in my garage, so bear with me. You know, don't worry too much about it being noticed. You want to get a good amount on just so it sticks proper. Okay. So put that to the side. Okay. Now, before you do this, make sure you have a weight ready to be able to put on top so that it can dry the way it's supposed to. So I'm just adding light pressure. You don't want to break these, like I said earlier. It's not good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab this bottle of pills and I'll try my best to line it up. Make sure you get it level. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not gonna really see a big difference when it's installed, but that's how you're gonna want to do it. Now I have the silicone on already, but this is what you're gonna want to do. This is pretty straightforward, so you guys can probably figure it out by now. But just add silicone on. Make sure you get it along this silver, the chromed ring. Oh, my bracelets are getting in there. Okay, so it's not as easy as you guys think to record this shit. Okay. Alright, so here is the new one. Just simply place it on there, line it up, push it down. You probably don't need to put a weight on this, but you probably should. Just make sure it's all lined up properly. As you can see, there's a cutout to match that. Just line that up and then put something that's heavier on. Okay, so now we're going on to the demon eyes. That's how I have it installed on this one. I did it real quick because I haven't installed these ones yet, so I'm trying to figure out the best way of doing it. Now, be careful. I'm not responsible for anything you do, but these are your adjustments. Mine's about up here, okay? I have a mental note of it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna tighten this all the way forward. This one right here, which is this one if you look at it from the back, okay? Tighten it all the way forward. And then if you see, there's a little screw right there that you need to get to. And that's the only way you can get to it without killing it. And by killing it, I mean stripping it. So, stick my screwdriver in. Okay, it's right there. And so I'm just gonna loosen it up. And then I'm gonna show you how I got it in there. So, if you guys can see, there's a little gap right there. Now, if you remember what I did to the other headlight, you would know that this would fit perfectly in there. But as you can see, it doesn't, so that's why I said to loosen or to tighten your adjustment so you can loosen this one screw that's right there. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your flathead. Bear with me for a second. There's little fucking grommets everywhere. And then you are going to just loosen up. See how it's moving? Be careful, you don't want to break it, but that's what you gotta do. Okay? Now when it's like that, you can stick the flat end through. Oh my god, my voice. You can stick it through, and then just make sure you don't strip the wires. So what I did on this one is, you probably can't see well, but if you look, I brought the wires through the side, so I didn't strip them. Now that everything is dry, or not dry, but cured, you want to pop it back carefully. If you can see what I've done, see how they're all nice and tucked. They can move freely. Like if I grab this one right here, you can see it move. This one here, where is it? See, you can see them all move. So be careful because you break it and it's not gonna work. And you're gonna beat a lot of money. So next step, it's coming with some Windex or whatever you want to use. Just make sure you wipe everything down. Okay? Make sure as much as you can. Alright? So you want there to be nothing. And then you grab your lens, put it down. Okay. And you carefully, without getting your fingers all over it, pop this in here. What side are we going? Okay, I think the back has to go in first. Yeah, see? Or is it the front? The front's got to go in first, sorry. So, and put it around a little. And see, it's in. So put your 2 screws in there, and I'll bring you to the next step. Okay, so if you can see, you have ends here, and these end clamps or whatever, these clips, they need to go outside. So I've already drilled a hole on each one so that these can fit through, so that when you pop them back together, it'll go together and you won't have any problems. So make sure you drill a hole. Just do it where I did it. Very subtle, and I'll put silicone over that before. So if you guys can see, I added quick seal to the edges. I didn't put a lot on because it already has the factory sealant on, but if you're doing this for your first time, I recommend just throwing it back in the oven and sticking it together that way. It'll form properly. And for some people, I don't know if it's just the Mazda 3s or the Mazda 3 hatch, but if you look here, no matter what, your headlights have holes in them. So, like, don't worry. Those holes are meant so that vapor or moisture can get out. So if you're not sealed up properly, it really doesn't matter because you got holes in here anyways, so you're fine. Not a lot of people know that, but that's, I guess, just now you know. So don't worry about it not being sealed enough, okay? It'll be fine. So after all that work, now you have to go even harder and seal this back up. I recommend pushing it together before, well, pushing it together like as much as you can before putting it in the oven again. Do the same as like take it off. So put it in there for, I think at 200 for 15 minutes. If you have an electric stove. If you have gas, then just watch it. Okay guys, it's hooked up. Let's turn on some power to it. Oh, they're lighting up. Oh my god, that looks fucking wicked. Oh, I wish you guys could see how awesome this looks right now. Wow. Oh, fuck yes. Oh, that is so sweet. I'm sorry I sound like a little bitch probably, but oh my god, it didn't look this good before. That looks amazing. Alright, after it has been tested and then it works and it looks fucking mint, you are gonna, I recommend just adding some more adhesive or silicone, whatever you're using, and just go to the bottom of this and just add it on, just so that sticks on. And as well as here, the hole that you made, you're gonna want to be filled up. It doesn't really matter if you do it or not. I had one that filled it up, or I filled up one of them before, and then I didn't fill up the other one, and it didn't do anything. Like, it didn't help, didn't stop any problems. It literally was fine. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. It helps. It's there. You know, there wasn't a hole there before, so maybe there's a reason why there wasn't. Alright, so everything is done. Just install it. I'm not gonna show you how to wire it up. I have it wired up to my switch, so it's already wired. So there's really no point in me showing you what I did exactly. But yeah. Alright guys, sorry about the annoying beeping, but I'm just going to show you real quick. I have everything wired to the switch here. So if you look at the box, okay, and that's also my foot wells. And here they are. Oh my god, man, they look so fucking good. I love it. This is amazing. That looks so mean now. Like falling over shit. Look at that. Oh. That's gonna be the thumbnail, actually. Unknown. Bam. That's pretty sick. Okay, so yeah. I'll post pictures on my Instagram, so check it out. And thanks guys for watching. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm fucking tired. Currently, it's 4:30 in the morning, and I didn't even know because I fucked up like 3 times. No, I'm not gonna get into it. All right, thanks guys. So this is what it looks like with the lights on. Looks pretty crazy. I like it a lot. Looks awesome. Yeah, the red is in there, so you can see it like right here. That's from the demon eyes, but you can't really tell. Alright, sorry about the long video, but it's a how-to video, and everyone's been asking for it, so I wanted to do it right. So, there you go. It is done.